Yeah. So let's show the P clip and one of the fight clips. And I want Dre to tell me what
We're gonna,
what's the difference,
we're gonna play
Dre?
two clips here, y'all.
What's the difference, Dre? Do you think that they're gonna stop playing uh uh see, I'm not cruising because of music. I'm cruising. I want to relax, read a book, knit, that kind of stuff. But we're going to show you two clips of two different cruisers uh, and their bad behavior. And I want you to tell me or tell everybody, what do you think is the worst of the two clips?
Okay.
Here goes.
I ain't peeing on the crew. I get go get his ass. Go get his ass. Oh, sir, get out of here. Don't run. Get his ass. He trying to run. He trying to run. Get him. He just pissed on the cruise.
Wow. You say what's the worst?
Which one's the worst? The fight that broke out and the chairs flying, or the man pissing in the corner with everybody looking?
I mean, obviously the fight will be the worst. I mean, because when you comes to fight, you don't want people to get injured, and not just the people that in the altercation itself. I mean, when chairs are thrown, that can be somebody driving by in the walker, in a scooter. I mean, that could be anybody.
Ooh.
And people can be affected by that. Now, the guy pissing on the floor. I mean, we've been cruising. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen when people get drunk. So, I couldn't say that would be the worst of the two, but so yeah, I would have to go with the fight will be being the worst.
Miss April.
Can I chime in and say something?
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling on you now.
Okay. First of all, a lot of these black ninjas ain't had no home training. Okay. And I'm gonna tell it like it is too. Like old boy said, they ain't had no home training. We think everything bad is good. For some reason, we think, because we, like he was saying, you sneak in weed or you did this. That ain't cool. It ain't cool. You're supposed to follow the rules. You need to learn how to act in public.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, nobody holding nobody accountable. People don't want you to say nothing to their kids no more. So that's the problem we have.
Mm-hmm.
And no, when I go on the cruise, I don't want to look at a bunch of black ninjas all gathered around no place. And then I got to fear for my life. Sorry, not sorry.
I would say though, on the flip
Because
side
they
of
don't know how
things,
to act
I will
when
say
they're out in public.
on the flip side of things. Now, since I've been cruising with Carnival, I have noticed that Carnival has kind of catered to the black culture. You have popular songs like The Wobble. You have songs like, the Cha Cha. And they have catered to the black culture as a marketing scheme. Because we all know that say Carnival is the party ship, whatever. So I believe now they're saying, well, we might have to dial it back some.
Okay.
Because I believe the catering to the black culture has kind of bit them, kind of what's the word? Kind of
A bit of in the butt. I
mean, and so when you get the people out there, they within the black culture, they get on the ship, they expect these particular songs. I mean, because for one, a lot of us ain't really dancing the YMCA. I'm sorry,
right?
But we want to get out there and especially when what bothered me was when they cut Boots on the Ground. I'm like, hold on now,
that's false.
No,
but
that's false.
That's false.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm hearing. Okay, so Carnival was playing Boots on the Ground during Sail Away.
Okay,
that was their big thing when Boots on the Ground first came on, was that they were playing it during Sail Away. Now, on particular ships, maybe they played it on Sail Away, but in the problem areas, it's not played in Sail Away. It's played on St. Jude's Day as Let's Learn to Line Dance Day.
Oh.
No, that's not acceptable. And that's not a way for Carnival to say, oh, no, we didn't scratch that. Yes, you did, because it's not played on Sail Away.
Well, I agree with Dre a little bit on this point. I've been cruising since 2000. And we didn't have all the social media back then. We walked around with the camcorders back then.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We didn't have the phones. And there was turn up music back then. We're listening to Snoop, Dre, we're listening to, Luke Skywalker, the Two Live Crew, booty shaking music. But the turn up wasn't crazy like that. So it's like a generational type thing. And like after COVID, it just really got crazy. And people think they can treat a cruise like it's their backyard barbecue.
You're right.
Which is not, because when it's your backyard barbecue, you can do whatever you want, at your friend's house. But when you're with masses and thousands of other people, you can't do that. Keep the foolishness at your house or at someone else's house, but you can't do that.
How would Carnival? I hate the way that they're doing it. I really hate the way that they're going about doing it, because I understand reaching the African American community about. Carnival's trying to be inclusive. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to include everybody. Mm-hmm. They want everybody to feel welcome, so they're going to play the wobble. They're going to play. And I love that. I love it. Boots on the Ground. I love it. I was so excited about cruise. I cruised in 22 days, because to me, I think that just brings people together. Mm-hmm. It's certain ports that are having issues.
Correct. It's certain ports. And so I'm gonna get back to you, Dre, in a sec. I just came off the Carnival Panorama. That's, those of you who don't know, it's out of Long Beach, California. I live in Southern California. And with these different social media outlets, that especially TikTok, a lot of people are just trying to get their likes and clicks without actually having information that Carnival's not playing Boots on the Ground, they're not playing rap or not playing hip hop or anything. That's false. I just got off the Carnival. So at the Sail Away, they didn't play Boots on the Ground, but they played it several other times. They're playing the wobble. They're doing all that. The club, they're turned up. They're playing Drake and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, they're playing hip hop and rap and all that. The more radio edit versions, a lot of the F's and B's and stuff, are gone. We're playing the radio edit version, but yes, they're playing hip hop. They're playing rap. They're playing all the songs. Some people, they hear something from somebody, and then they want to run with it without actually fact checking or actually going on there. Mm-hmm. I did a video on that. Was it last week?
Yeah, you did.
The security is everywhere. And from the feedback, Cheryl, from that video that I put on my social medias, a lot of people have chimed in and said they've seen it on various sailings throughout the U.S. Before security, you would see them, but not see them. Right. Now, they're everywhere on the Lido deck. They're talking with people at the club. They're really checking IDs. They're checking, turning people away. No, they're before it was kind of like, go in. Now, not now. The security is walking down the hallways. They smell something funny, radio in, they get other people and they do what they need to do, but they're present and in your face. And the dress code, oh my gosh, the dress code is awesome. You can't go into, and I said this stuff that I personally saw. You can't go into a shirt and this is for the specialty restaurants. I'm not talking about Guy's Burger or anything like that. So like GG Asian, Steakhouse, and all that. You have to be dressed accordingly. You can't go in there like the ladies will wear their bathing suits and throw on like that fishnet dress or top or bottom. Nope, gotta go. Another person that chimed in on my video that I did, her and her husband were going into the steakhouse and he was wearing shorts. They're like, sir, you can't come in, you need your pants. He went back and changed. So the dress code seems like it's being enforced, which I like.
Well, it depends on what ship though, because on our last cruise, I remember going into the dining room and I had a tank top on, and first night nothing was said. Everything, This second night nothing was said. Then one night it was like, oh, you can't wear a tank top in there, and I'm like, well, that lady got her arms out. So because I'm a male, I can't have my arms out either.
But how long ago was that, Dre?
This was in October.
Yeah, no, this past couple months they've been cracking down. They've been cracking down.
I'm excited because I cruise out of New Orleans in 22 days on Carnival Valor. So I'm excited to see what the atmosphere is going to be like in New Orleans.
Check-in is crazy. There was this lady, I was checking in the cruise terminal in Long Beach, going through the security. This lady brought a Bluetooth speaker, and the people doing the checks are like, no, you can't have it. And like, you get it after the end of the cruise. Well, why can't I have it? Because you can't. It's on the list of things you can't have.
Right.
But why do you need a Bluetooth speaker? My speaker on my phone is good enough if I want to listen to music in my room while I shower and change. That's enough. I don't need to blast all kind of stuff, And then, especially, I'm glad they did the Bluetooth speakers because, not everybody's playing radio edit versions. I don't have young kids, but some kids, young kids don't need to hear the F's and B's and this and that that some people listen to. They don't need to hear that. Plus, you don't need to hear a whole bunch of stuff. So the speaker thing, I get it. That's not a race thing. That's an everybody thing because everybody's not trying to hear your type of music. Your phone is good enough.
Right. And then
I can understand.
Go ahead, Miss April.
No, that was me. I can understand some kids you're saying some kids don't need to hear that, but that's not our place. You're the parent, and as soon as these parents get on board, mom and daddy go that way, and the kids running that way, and acting the complete fool. You're a product of your environment. A lot of people get mad at, we call them ninjas. We get mad at them, but you don't realize I actually feel sorry because again, I grew up in the hood. I know hood mentality. I know hood etiquette. I know certain things. I'll give you a quick story. There was my friend Charles, I cruised with. I missed this cruise with him. He was telling me there was a retired sergeant major in a wheelchair. He's a retired sergeant major. He struck up a conversation. They having a good old time. The sons came up and was about to knock Charles the heck out because they were looking at their pop. You know what I'm saying? And the pop gave him a look like, nah, he good. See, that's hood mentality. They're protecting their old man. But the patriarch of the family was the guy in the wheelchair. Mm-hmm. The sons, in the old saying, they were about that world. But they were on the cruise because daddy said, I want y'all to come on the cruise with me. So he had them under control. They were getting off the boat at a stop. And he was in a wheelchair, and Charles suggested, hey, I'll go around the corner because everybody waiting in line. I'll open the door for Pops so he can come through the door and wait there till we get around the corner. And a Caucasian lady said, hey, don't do nothing. And they were like, the two that were about that life, they're like, hey, watch your mouth. You're talking about, so watch your mouth. And see, Pops had to hold them back because you're disrespecting my father, but you're being a Karen. And you don't know who you dealing with. And a lot of people get on these boats, black, white, and different, and you said everything in your life. You popped off of the mouth. I demand, I have a right, whatever, and then you come across the wrong person. A lot of us need to learn how to shut the heck up and mind our own business and go about and relax and have a good time. If you see something going that way, go the other way. Let the Carnival, let the cruise lines deal with it, because it happens on every cruise ship. It is not just African Americans. I don't need to be afraid of my own people. I'm not afraid of my own people. It's not just African Americans. It's knuckleheads. I call them knuckleheads, and people don't realize. And I talk to folks. Hey man, don't do that. They're gonna hit your car for $500, and they're gonna put you behind off at the next stop. So if I was you, I would relax. Oh, really? Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Relax.
and back to what you were saying, the product of their environment. A lot of these people, even in my small city, they haven't been anywhere. So, their first vacation may be, a cruise. And so they think they can take that same mentality, on land onto a cruise ship. And that's where the conflicts begin. Because, they feel like, well, we out here on the water. There's no rules. I can get away with stuff. Even with the advancement of technology, I mean, you can literally go on Amazon and buy anything illegal to, get away with something on a cruise ship. You can buy things to smuggle alcohol. I mean, and all these types of things. Go ahead.
It's about your the attitude. You don't realize, just like I was always taught in a restaurant, never send nothing back.
Right.
You gonna regret it if you send it back. And I didn't realize that till I became a chef. You don't know what they do to your food when you send it back. Oh, it's got to be this way. Okay. I just ain't eating that. I'm good. Thank you. Everybody's got this attitude that everything's got to go my way. I'm right. Yeah, you're right. I done spent $3,000-$4,000, but it's not that big of a deal that I got to go fisticuffs because of it.
Right.
I just won't cruise with y'all no more. I just won't deal. I'll go somewhere else and see where I'm going to be happy. And then I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to read the instructions. Any of y'all ever in Miami seen the sign? There's a sign waiting online to get on the cruise ship. What not to bring on the boat. They have cattle progs. So that's telling me somebody tried to bring one of them on the boat. You got to read, do your homework, do YouTube, check something out before you go in there, because you're going to see all these people that thought they were Billy Bad AZZ, and then they show a picture of them getting escorted off in the Bahamas, going, what do we do now? You see what I mean? People are not understanding the attitudes that you got, black and white. You don't do. Oh, you can't do it. Like you in your neighborhood. You can be a Karen and walk around and say, I'm a part of the association. Don't bring your behind on the boat, because you're going to catch the wrong person that's going to do something. And it's just a vacation. People are forgetting it's just a vacation. Relax. It's a vacation. Everybody that's on this panel loves to cruise. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you're not going to mess up my joy. There's no freaking way you're going to mess up my joy of cruising. Because soon as something happens, I'm gonna apologize. So my bad. Even if I know I'm right, I'm my bad. I'm sorry. Have a nice day, and let me walk away. I'm walking away. I will be talking to every camera. Y'all see me walking, pointing. Y'all see me walking away, right? Mm-hmm. I'm getting. You see what I'm saying? Because we get in this habit because we think we're right, that everybody else is wrong, and you don't understand one crucial thing. A lot of people don't know. I was never corrected before in my entire life. One of the panels said the kid was throwing the bags all over. My father would have choked me out. You embarrassed me like that. You look, come on. Wait till I get you in the car. You know, and you knew better. And see, this. Oh, my baby, my boy, you better get your behind in that car.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even now, my son's in his 30s. I took him on a cruise last year. I was watching him, and I talked to him. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. Watch out for this. You know, if you need me, let me know. And he didn't even realize. I was staring at him, watching him do his little thing and whatever. And he was even talking to some young lady. I was giggling and having a ball. And you know, I'm like, Pat, that's my boy. You know, he was teaching another woman how to swim, and he don't know how to swim. I was sitting there cracking up. Do you see what I mean? But we got to learn somewhere deep down, and reach one, teach one. Hey, bro, don't go about it like that. If you don't want to listen, okay, I warned you. Deuces. Have a nice life. Because if I get a chance, I'm gonna say, hey, bro, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I want to teach you the joy of this lifestyle that all of these people on the panel are. I want to teach you what it means to relax and enjoy yourself, and then you'll be addicted and go, well, I can't afford it. Treat it like Walmart layaway. Put $100 down now, $100 this week, $100 that week. You'll get it paid off, and you'll find the joy in this. There's fun in this, but we've let a minuscule amount of people mess it up for the rest of us. Remember back in the day, you had to get dressed up to get on Greyhound. You had to get dressed up if you got on the airport. You wasn't wearing pajamas. You wasn't wearing a
bonnet.
You bonnet or a robe with panties shorts. On. That ain't booty shorts. That's panties, and nobody wants to sit on your booty juice on the seat. You see what I mean?
He said booty juice.
Yes, because nobody said nothing to that person. Hey, you look like an idiot.
Right.
You look like an idiot. Oh no, I weigh 900 pounds, but I'm gonna have a thong and just this little itty bitty thing because I need to be sexy. No, you look like a fool.
Well, on the flip side, they only can do what the companies allow.
Yeah.
Right.
But they are, you know, with the dress code. So yes, they're really, because the dress code's always been there, but they just never really enforced it. But yes, now they're reeling it back in. So slowly, it's, you know, from what I'm hearing from other people, you know, it's fleet wide that it's happening, and it's just going to take them a while, you know, but it is happening. But I have a bunch of friends. I'm sure you guys have a bunch of friends that have been like on MSC. So you get these ninjas that are talking about, well, I'm gonna just leave Carnival. I'm gonna go MSC or some other stuff. I heard MSC security don't play. I heard MSC they don't play. They don't play that mess. They will put hands on you, and they don't play. They're not gonna mess up their reputation.
No.
And so I don't see that happening.
They need a no cruise list like they have for the no fly list.
Yes.
If you're banned from one cruise line, you need to be banned from all of them.
Especially if you get caught smuggling in the green stuff or alcohol. Yeah, they should be on the list, because if you do it one, guess what? You're going to try to do it on another cruise line.
And I think they should be banned for fighting. Show another fight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have another fight clip. But show the lady that.
Well, here's something that did not happen on the ship, but it happened in the terminal.
Show a group of people, you see them here shoving each other while disembarking a ship inside of a terminal in Galveston. You can see people being pushed to the ground. In a statement to NBC News, Carnival says this happened in an area under the authority of U.S. Customs and Border Patrol and has been turned over to law.
So they was waiting till the cruise was over to get it in.
27 people banned.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how. I'd be wondering, like, what what sparked it? Did they cut you in the pizza line? Like, did they take your towel? I mean, even that stuff, that's petty, but like, how do you get that mad? Do you want to just stomp somebody out or
keep it going
or throw a chair on a cruise on vacation?
Like the old saying from back in the day, you can't take ninjas everywhere.
You're right.
Yeah.
Travel. I want to address something. Travel. Yes.
Travel. Yes.
Whoever. Yes. Says what someone else wears on a cruise has nothing to do with my experience. I guess that's the difference. I mind my own business. You're correct. It has nothing to do with my experience, but the problem is this. I'm standing in line to go into the steakhouse, and I've got people in front of me that are wearing things that is inappropriate. So now the host is addressing them. You can't wear that. So now they're starting to get loud. An argument erupts right outside the steakhouse because of what they're wearing. That's the experience that we're talking about. It's not necessarily what she wears, but it's what it's doing when they tell her that you can't come in here. And now her whole party is throwing a big old tantrum, and I'm having to sit there and listen to it.
And that goes back to the accountability issue. You know what you can wear and not wear, but you choose not to do it. And so now they're trying to make you accountable. Like, okay, you can't wear that, but if you change, you can come. But they want to step that accountability, and they think by getting loud, argumentative, it's going to change anything. No, it's going to make it worse. And bye, you ain't even coming in.
I mean, what you wear. I'm not going to address you. That's Carnival's job. Carnival addresses the issue, and now it brings up a whole big old mess, and now that affects me and my experience.
Exactly.
I don't want to go to the steakhouse. My mental mood is down. I mean, that's just got me really.
Oh.
And then,
well, for me, go ahead, Cheryl.
When we were on the Glory, I'll never forget this, and I didn't say it to anybody because I really wanted to hit these girls in the throat. In the MDR.
Cheryl's like, bam! Hit them with a chop.
MDR. These two young girls, I'm telling you, was elegant night, and we were waiting to go in as a group on the Glory. This happened just last year, and I saw them attempt to go into the MDR at dinner with those pajama bottoms and the crop bra and bonnets on.
Oh, hell no.
And I had to hold on to the rail, the brown rail, so I wouldn't go up to those young girls, because I know if I had went up to them, they would have said something back. But I was willing to hit them in the throat for coming to their cabin dressed like that.
See, now you would have been in the wrong, Cheryl.
But you can't represent me doing this because I felt it attacked my ethnicity.
Well, I mean, look, because me and Michelle talk about this all the time, because she be so, I don't want to wear that because that showing too much or this. I'm like, look, what you wear what you wear, but don't be so feel like you got to be on there dressed like a nun, because all these other people on there, they letting it all hang out.
Oh yeah.
And they don't care. Like they on vacation. A lot of them people say we ain't gonna see these people no more ever in life. So, but
I'm not letting nothing hang out. Y'all ain't seen these man boobs.
But whatever happened with the black females, when you stepped out the house, you had that elegance. You don't have to be dressed to the T, but you were put together. Go back to like the Regina King, Angela Bassett. Even go back to the 90s, early 2000 ladies. You step out the house, you look good. But now you want to come out in slippers, pajama bottoms, and a bonnet.
Yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, there's no excuse. So like growing up, I was a military family. My father was in the Marines, and I wound up joining the Marines and all that. But anyway, my mom, growing up, through high school, she's like a couple of things. One, always keep your car clean, outside and inside, because you never know who you're going to meet. There could be a female out there whose car's broken down, and you go help her out, or you meet somebody somewhere and they need a ride. And what is it? First impression. So if they go into your car and you got, fast food, bags and cups, and it looks like a mess, first impression, like, oh, this fool's messy. So it's about, the first impression. And she always taught me, always have a clean room. There's a reason why my parents always told me, make sure your room is clean. Make sure your room is clean. It's first impression. Someone comes to your house. You come into a house and it's nice and neat and everything. Okay, cool. You go into a house and there's stuff and crap everywhere. Your perception is different. So when these ladies are going to the buffet, and their house slippers and pajamas and the bonnets and all that, to me, it's like, oh, they don't take their time to have their self-care for themselves. So, especially say if they're single, I see that. I ain't talking to you because you didn't take the time to make yourself presentable out in public to do that. So that's a no for me.
Now I will say that to that point, I will say it is not just the African Americans I've seen that does that.
That's what I was about to say.
I would just want to put that out there.
My take on this, and I said it right before the show, is we're so focused on black folks doing all the effed up stuff. These other cruise lines have kept it under wraps that other races of people have done some of the same stuff, ratchetness, and they just do a better job at it. We're so quick to jump on black people that everybody. You mean to tell me there's nobody else fighting? There's nobody else acting as a fool? There's nobody. That's why they call Karens and Kens. Did none of them on the other ships? None of that? Yeah. No, they're just keeping it under wraps so that it makes us as a people look like idiots because we're not. Martin Luther King said, "Look, if you're gonna be a janitor, you gotta be 10 times better than the next guy." We don't think like that no more. But everything is our fault. A lot of this is systematic racism. No matter what you want to say,
but we're
always fighting.
We can't. You can't blame. You can't blame Royal Caribbean because of their marketing or their PR, or they have lawyers that will sit there and threaten you for putting them in a bad name.
But my thing is, why can't people follow the rules?
You have to look at Carnival.
Why can't you just follow the rules?
Right.
I mean, if you know you're going out for an elegant dinner, you should know what to wear. Should nobody have to tell you this?
Right.
Follow the rules.
Right. So
we're trying to make all kind of excuses. Follow the rules. They give you a paper. I knew everything I couldn't take, what I could bring on. I knew what I could wear. I knew, elegant dining. Follow the rules. That's all. Stop making excuses.
I will agree with that, but I'll say the same thing. And I'm gonna use me as a married man. When you're supposed to say, look, hey, you're supposed to respect me, and my wife's supposed to respect me. If my wife knows she can get away with it, disrespecting me, they're gonna keep on doing it, even though she knows the rules. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, I want to be respected. Look, me and my wife just got out of a big argument the other week because I told her she tried to change the whole subject. No. It's all about, I told you this, and I need to be heard. The fact is, a lot of us do it because we know we can get away with it, and we know the rules are standing right in front of us. We know you ain't supposed to bring the liquor on there. We know you're supposed to dress like this. But I'm going to do it because I know I can get away with it. But guess what? It's just like when you see these videos when a woman slaps a man and then he returns the favor. And you see the look on her face like, oh, he actually hit me. Well, you hit him. You were supposed to follow the rules. Don't hit nobody.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You
I
can
understand you're saying follow the rules, but the fact is, when you know you can get away with it, you're gonna keep on doing it. Everybody's getting upset now because Carnival says, "Okay, we're gonna stick to the rules." I remember I was on the celebration. I'm walking along the path, trying to be romantic with my wife. I'm holding hands, about to kiss her, and all I hear is kids running around acting like nuts when they should be in bed. And I looked at the security guard. He said, "Man," he gave me that look like, "I'll get in trouble if I say something to them." And he just shook his head. And I knew exactly what he was doing. But now they are tired. There's no I'm not mad at them. I'm like, okay, it's about time. You know what I'm saying?
I'll piggyback with that thing with Carnival, because we were talking about like other cruise lines. You don't hear, other races and stuff like that, and the blacks and everything. So with Carnival's price point, the ninjas can afford that. You're not going to have the ninjas on Virgin Voyage. You're not going to have the ninjas on Princess, on the higher end cruise lines. They're not going to be on there, but the ninjas can afford Carnival. So that price point, with that lower price point, you're going to have more ninjas.
I have a rebuttal for that. I am a travel agent and I do price travel all the time. There are two cruise lines. There are two cruise lines that beat Carnival every single sailing, every single time, and that is MSC and that is Margaritaville at Sea. Okay, they beat out Carnival on pricing all the way around, and I would sell that to a person who can't really afford to even go on a Carnival cruise. But the news is Carnival is this, Carnival is that, Carnival is this.
We
Carnival
tried to give this other lady.
I still have yet to find a fight on Margaritaville at Sea. Have there been one?
But here's the issue. But here you got to take this into account, though. You have to take this into account. MSC. How many ships do they have?
And they just starting up really in North America.
Starting up, so they don't have that many ships. Margaritaville at Sea. They've got 3 ships, right? They got 3.
Right.
Not that many. You know what I'm saying? Now let them be a big brand and have ships all over the place.
Yes,
they're going to run into issues. It's going to be more accessible. It's going to
I think this is a Carnival issue mainly because they oversold the party. They oversold the party instead of vacation.
But born with purpose.
Welcome in. Born with purpose. Everybody, welcome.
He was in the chat, and he was supposed to be on the panel. But here's the deal: he talked about it, and he's. Go ahead, say what you said about this fighting on the ship, because.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So sorry I'm late to the thing, but I was I talk about a whole bunch of stuff on my channel, and this was just a hot topic because it was just the whole crackdown on black people just acting a fool on cruise ships. And I think what it is that what kind of led me to the discussion, because like I'm not a cruiser. I wish I was. I wish I went on cruises more often. But I know one thing I was trying to do was last year I was trying to get my family on a cruise, and Carnival actually had the best deals. Well, I won't say the best deals, but they had good deals. But then once I heard about what was going on with things that our so-called black people have been doing, and I know it's only a small percentage. It led me to no, I gotta think of another cruise line to go on. And so what I'm noticing is it's that small percentage of black people or ninjas, as TJ was saying, that is making it seem like it's a huge deal. But like I said, one bad apple spoils the crop, right? So, but yeah, I'm just listening to you guys. You guys are more of the cruisers and stuff. But it's something where I want to see where the improvement happens. Like, is how many, like how Carnival gets affected from this now that the rules are in place. So
Oh wow.
it's a wait and see for me.
I don't know. Where do you see it going, Scotty J, with the rules?
I'm gonna tell you something.
Because I don't know. I don't know.
Most of the rules, besides like the few that's new, have always been there. It's just their lack of enforcing them.
Exactly.
Now they're stepping up their game, or hopefully they are stepping up their game. They are starting to enforce them, which I hope they are. Somebody made the comment, why start now? And now's the perfect time.
Yes.
Now's the perfect time. I mean, something's got to change. I've never had an issue on a cruise ship. I have never seen a fight break out on a cruise ship. New Orleans is my home port. That's where I cruise out of the most. Then it's Galveston and Mobile. I've never been affected by anything like that on the cruise ship. So, but I never cruise during those peak times either.
Yes,
I
sir.
always cruise in the wintertime.
Spring
January, February, December, November. I don't cruise in the summertime, so that's what I'm anxious about cruising next month, because this will be the first time that I've cruised in a peak season. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't cruise in the peak season, because of all the it's packed and all the chaos, and it's hot, and people's irritable, and yeah. So I'm anxious to see how it turns out next month, and I will report live from New Orleans on Sail Away.
Strap them
And
boots
I will
on, bro.
let y'all know how I feel about Sail Away while we are sailing away. Yeah. So I'll let y'all know. I'll let you know.
Oh,
Here we go. Get it.
See, they can stop playing it if they want to, but I got it right here. Hang on.
Come on, TJ. I want to cruise with you.
I got it right here. Shoot, they can stop playing it all they want to, but anyway, we could call it whatever, but Carnival is really just trying to keep up and keep junk down.
yes.
Like they're not here so that you could go act up. They're there so that everybody can come
have
together
fun.
and have a good time, without going overboard. And if you don't know how to act right at home, you're not going to do it right on a cruise ship, no matter who you are.
I like the fact that these cruise lines, especially Carnival, because these people think, I'm not going to get kicked off the ship. And you guys seen these videos, they're getting kicked off at Nassau, they're getting kicked off at Jamaica. They're taking this stuff and get off.
Yep.
And then they're at the port like, yeah.
How am I gonna get home?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I do like if
New
it's
plane
happening,
tickets.
I do like the fact that security are more visible.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's cruises we done took, and I don't think I ever seen the security other than embarking and disembarking.
Yeah.
Well,
But I
just
would
so
say
y'all know,
when we went on Virgin, like there was security everywhere, and some of y'all that may seen the video, I had an issue on Virgin, and from the time I had my incident, from the time I got off that ship, I seen a security guard every single day asking me, "Are you all right? Are you okay?" Different security guards. So I'm like, are they discussing me in the security?
You was a hot topic, Dre.
Right.
Yeah.
they had your facial.
Everybody knew who Dre
They had
was.
they had you on facial recognition, bro. They had you on facial recognition, and they were watching you.
Hold up, y'all.
You don't think people are watching you. They had you a facial recognition. They're controlling their $1 billion business.
Yes.
People don't realize this is a business. No matter how mad you get, no matter how you gonna say somebody did whatever, this is a business. They have to control the business, and they've lost control. They have to regain it. They're regaining control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And these
they're
ninjas,
regaining.
these ninjas that are out there complaining because they can't wall out. Well, we just won't cruise anymore. Carnival's like, cool, we don't want you because there's going to be another person to replace you.
Yeah, they don't care.
Somebody else
Yeah,
brought
that
up,
part right
somebody
there.
else brought up
That
else
part.
brought up a point in the chat, and they said perhaps it may be because Carnival puts out these low deposit deals, $50 deposits.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Everybody, I mean,
No, stop. Holland America puts out a $1 deposit deal.
Yeah. And it
yes,
don't
but you
$1.
can't
Wow.
compare, you
$1.
can't compare Holland to Carnival.
Holland's a smooth cruise.
If you want to bring in the cheaper, if you want to bring in the cheaper cruises, I can do that all day. I
You
sell
can,
cruises for a living.
But they don't.
Like, you
You know, we don't.
Holland to Carnival.
But if it's a low deposit issue, we can shoot the ball at Holland America
I mean,
all day long.
We can, and there's a reason why I haven't bit that $1 deposit on Holland America.
Exactly. I'm not going on the blue hair cruise. That's not me. I'm not a blue hair cruise person.
Yep.
And
But I
Miss
get the
Pat,
point.
How was your
Miss April?
Miss April? How was your
Yes.
first cruise? How was your first cruise?
I loved it. It was nice, even though the weather was bad. We weren't able to go to Cayman Islands or the Bahamas,
Oh my God.
but I loved it. I loved it. I loved the ship. I loved the experience. I
Were
thought
there any-
everything. I
were
thought
there any
everything
issues?
was nice. No, there were no. Other than it just rained, so we weren't able, to really get out there and really party. We had one good night, and that was the 90s night, or was it 80s? Yeah, because I was Run DMC, and my sister and her husband, they were like Wu-Tang.
Gonna
But
go
yeah,
down.
it was
I'm
nice.
just gonna go down. I'm going down, Scotty. I'm going down.
Let's do it, girl. Let's do it.
Yeah, and I love the red frog. I did a lot of karaoke,
Miss Patty,
comedy
I'm gonna
show.
have to cruise with you.
Yep.
Girl, I never slept. I never slept. I knew that whole ship. I never slept. And great. But I didn't have any bad experience. And I hope never to have.
What would you tell these young
Next
kids?
year, we are getting a cruise together for next
What would you
August.
tell these new
And
Miss Pat, Miss April? What would you tell these young kids about how to act?
that they need to learn how to follow the rules. You need to know how to act. And you just have to follow the rules. And then, do I need to teach you about how you should dress, how you should look?
That's what I have a problem with.
Elegant dining means elegant, fancy wear.
It doesn't mean pajamas.
I don't want to look at your pajamas. I don't want to look at your bonnets. I don't want to look at your 5-inch rakes that you have for eyelashes.
Wait, I'm fixing to go down again.
And I don't want to look at your kids running around, not knowing how to sit down. If you tell them to sit down, they look at you like you crazy. Yeah. A lot of this has to do with freaking home training. Home training.
Yep.
Yeah, the kids, they
And nobody being accountable. Yeah.
have
Home
been
training.
enforcing the curfew.
And
I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't know how to swim. So that was the reason why I never really took a cruise, because I didn't know how to swim. Being out there on that water, I done been to Hawaii, the Bahamas and stuff, and I was hooked. I couldn't imagine being on a cruise ship and I knew somebody had fought the night before. I would be a nervous wreck.
yeah, me too.
And I shouldn't have to live like that.
And let me tell you, when you all keep saying home training, let me tell you, Embarkation Nation, Jennifer, she has a 5-year-old, Chloe. We have a 9-year-old, and they did a show together, and they talked about cruise experience as a toddler.
Mhm.
And that was one of our highest viewed shows, live streams, because they talked about it. They knew how to act. I mean, they gave advice to other toddlers on the show. I mean, and I'm not saying we're growing them up right, but we're teaching them now how to sit at the table, how to hold a stem glass, to order food, and what to wear, on the cruise. It's all, I guess it is about home training, because Chloe 5, ours 9, and they could talk about cruising. They could talk about the places they've been and what to pack, and they talked about it like it wasn't nothing.
Yep.
But it I guess it is about home training.
And some home training, yeah, but sometimes you can have all the home training in the world. Because I'll say, for instance, when we took Lil Dre on his first cruise, now we some of the best parents there is, but when we took him on his first cruise, he got on there and he kind of acted a donkey. And not to say we bad parents, but the thing about it, he's on the ship with all these other young people. And so, of course, he wants, they getting around in the mischief or whatever. He ended up getting to a fisticuffs with another kid. That was a whole nother situation.
Oh, God.
But, so and he knows better, but he just got caught up in the environment that he was in.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he's been on many cruises since then, but so it's a learning curve, for kids.
And it's all about reinforcing.
Right. So we have,
environment. It's a different environment.
It is. I mean, because even our first cruise was on the Norwegian Sky, and it was only a 3-day. But it was like that. It seemed like that 3-day lasted so long because of for one, the entertainment, and a lot of times people can get into mischief because they're simply bored. And I've found myself on Carnival ships bored.
Why, Dre? I never bored because I'm never bored on the ship.
Bored. I mean, there's been time. I'm not saying all the time, but for once we went. We went on the breeze out of Galveston, and it seemed
I saw that vlog you did.
It seemed like instead of Carnival giving us an experience, they were selling us on everything. They was trying to sell everything to us. I'm like,
yep.
The entertainment was lacking. The food was lacking, and we literally found ourselves like super bored on that ship because instead of them trying to give us an experience, everything was about hey, we got this going on sale, we got this going on sale. I'm like, wow. So of course there was not a lot of things for the kids to do on the ship, so of course they're running around the ship, getting into mischief and stuff like that. So.
Yep.
That's the other side of things.
That was a weekend cruise, right?
No,
the 3-4 dayer? It was a 7-day?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that video of yours, Dre. I did, and you mentioned it being not what you expected or whatever.
No, it wasn't. It was super. Because our first Carnival experience was like the bomb. We went on the Glory out of New Orleans, and then we went to New Orleans for the first time. And it it was just the bomb. We went with Michelle's friend, one of her best friends, and we just had such a good time. And then when we got on the breeze, it was like, like what's going on here? So like it kind of it's not all the same across a cruise ship.
I'm gonna tell you something.
It varies.
As a travel agent, I could tell. Even Jeremy can tell you. Jeremy and Cheryl can tell you that a port matters.
Yes.
The ship that you cruise on matters.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for example, I would not put. I'm loud. I like to whoop it up. You know what I'm saying? I would go out of New Orleans. That's where I love to cruise out of, or Galveston. I would not go to necessarily Mobile. Even though I've cruised out of Mobile, but the first time I cruised out of Mobile, I realized why I don't cruise out of Mobile.
Yeah,
because it's a different clientele there. You know what I'm saying? It's more retirement around there.
Mm-hmm.
More retirement people cruise out of Mobile, so you're not going to get that same feel as you would in Galveston,
right,
or New Orleans. And that could be a deal breaker for anybody cruising on any cruise line out of the wrong port. They could cruise out of the wrong port and be like, "I'm never cruising again." This was all.
Yeah, the vibe. You're right. The vibes are different because, like, you're cruising out of Miami. It's going to be turned up. You're cruising out of where I'm leaving tomorrow, out of Port Canaveral.
Yes.
Turned up. But then you cruise out of Baltimore or somewhere else. It's different. It's a different vibe. Like for New Orleans, you're going to be turned up. Mardi Gras, drinking, hurricanes, and all that. It's going to be that different vibe. And you compare it to say you're going to leave out of Seattle. Well, no. You're going to Seattle. You're going to Alaska. It's a different crowd.
Completely
Hold on now, because but everybody's experience is different. Because I was expecting that, TJ, when we went to Alaska out of Seattle. I'm like, man, this finna be an old Little House on the Prairie, man. And so when we got on there, the Lido deck is enclosed. And so when we got on there, the DJ ain't playing none of the Carnival top 10 playlists. He playing everything on Hot 97 New York. I mean, Biggie, he playing Lil' Kim, Foxy, he playing all the New York hits. And I'm like, whoa.
Was it a group cruise?
Yeah, it was a group cruise.
See, a group cruise is a little bit different.
So I'm like, well, I mean, how would that be different?
Well, the DJ, it depends, because you're like the DJs, the DJs go to the crowd. They kind of feel the crowd.
We were still super minority on the ship. So I don't think that could be it.
Did you have a good cruise director?
I don't even remember who it was.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
because the DJ and the cruise director can really change the vibe on some good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was kind of like a different experience, and I'm like, I leaned into that. I said, okay, well, this may be all right. And on that particular cruise, I kind of was like, well, I'm gonna just see what it brings, because I'm like dealing with the breeze. That kind of had me all
right.
And with Alaska, you just don't know you don't know what they expect. But it was just, I mean, like I said, everything it varies between ship to ship. So,
yeah.
You got to take it with a grain of salt.
But yeah,
so
ports do matter, definitely, and ships do matter too. The cruise director matters too. I'm glad you brought that up, because a cruise with Cookie is going to be a whole lot different than a cruise with Lee Mason. Okay,
Absolutely.
Lee is going to make you feel good about yourself, no matter if the ship was on fire. No matter what comes out of his mouth, he's going to make you feel better.
And he's going to
yourself.
do this.
Yeah, he's like that.
The
you can't expect the Cookie treatment.
Fire. He's on a Lee Mason ship. He's a touchy
because it's a totally different thing. The cruise director makes a difference too. Whenever we're talking Carnival, so the cruise director is a big part of how things go on that sailing.
Yes.
Yes.
And before we close, we're going to go around and ask our guests to tell one thing that you wish the kids of today, or sometimes it's not really the kids of the day. When we were on the Glory, I saw 2 senior citizens get off his scooter.
He did.
And went up to another elderly person and said, "You can't break up in my." He jumped off of his scooter and said, "You cannot break in line in the buffet. I was here first." And I just looked. Now he really don't need that scooter. He ought to give it to me.
It was seniors going wild on Booze Cruise 2.0.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it was the seniors. It wasn't the kids. The seniors was getting up, talking about throwing hands.
Yeah, they did.
That's true. And that was was it New Orleans? No, that
Yeah.
was Tampa. That was Tampa.
Yeah.
That wasn't even New Orleans or Galveston. So
Yeah, because a lot of the seniors they're disrespected. I mean, especially when it comes to the elevator, it's atrocious how they do the seniors, man. They be waiting, they be sitting there waiting on their scooters, and people just when the elevator opens, people just run in.
Yeah,
It's
elevator etiquette.
terrible.
That's just crazy. The elevator etiquette is just nuts.
There's been a few times I've had to jump in and say, "Hey, you don't see that person on that scooter? You don't see that person with the walker? Let that lady in there."
Look at this. Baby put this in front of people, and she was like, you let this person with this scooter go first. Baby don't play. Baby does not play.
I do not
Whenever
play.
it comes to a person with a mobility issues, no, you're going to let that person go.
You let them go.
For real. Not on my watch. We're not going to let this happen. Not today.
Now, what if they try to swing on you, Cheryl?
She's going to hit them right back.
In the throat.
She'll chop them in the throat.
I'm trying to tell you.
Well, okay. The views and opinions expressed by Cruising is Fun anytime do not necessarily respect the views and opinions of all of our co-hosts. Thank you very much.
You look at the camera and you look up at the camera and yell, "I'm defending myself. I did not raise the first punch."
So, what was your question, Cheryl?
Okay.
What was your question? I forget.
She saw a squirrel. I think what she wants to ask each and every one of you is what
advice would you give a young person that's cruising and even after they fought on the cruise, would you go up to a person that had a fight on the cruise and say, "Why did you do that?"
Nope.
No.
Nobody would.
No.
I'm gonna tell them if they're putting you off in the Bahamas, it's $250. Take the ferry across. It's Thursday and Friday. There's one in the morning and one in the evening.
I'm not gonna.
Get back to Fort Lauderdale.
I'm not gonna say a word to nobody, and I mean, unless it's like affecting me, like. You know what I'm saying?
A family member or something like that, but
I'm not going to say a word. I'm not even going to tell them, "Hey, bro, you're going to get a fine for that. Hey, you shouldn't do that." I'm not going to say nothing because it's not my place to open my mouth.
My business.
Anybody. I'm nobody's parent. I'm not there to parent anybody. I'm on.
I'm not going to say anything because Cheryl, I'm retired from law enforcement. I did 25 years in law enforcement. I've dealt with the worst of the worst that you can imagine, from child molesters, rapists, I've dealt with them all. So I don't like talking with people that have that mentality because that's not going to happen. So I just stay away from it because I dealt with it for a career, and I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Miss April,
I was looking at the.
talk to them?
Yes, I would. I would say, yes, I would talk to them. I would say, do the right thing. Don't let this lesson be a costly lesson.
That's right. What about you, Born with Purpose?
Well, I thought of your question more as if, like, you knew a young person who was about to go on a cruise. And my advice would be to them, be like, look, I know you're going on a cruise and you want to enjoy yourself, but think about everybody else who is also like you've saved money and time to go on this cruise. So it's really not about you. You got to think also about others when you're on that ship. because everybody wants to have a good time. So if you're all about what you want to do and how you want to act up and your attitude, it's gonna reflect on others. Someone else is gonna have a terrible time because you're only thinking about yourself. But if you take the time to think about other people on the cruise who also want to have a good time, it makes you more cautious of behaving yourself and making sure that the environment that everybody's in, everybody can have a good time, and you don't have to always think about, it's all about me, but it's about everyone.
It's about everybody. That's what we all say. And we want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Scotty J was checking for questions in the chat, and he was really good on that.
I was trying.
Wait.
I was trying. Us up here on the panel, we had a lot to talk about.
Yes. And we want to thank the panel because the panel was on point. And I did explain to you all, this was a no holds barred chat panel. They were taking it from the hip, and they didn't care what or how it was said because they were saying the truth. And they had some good advice. I didn't read that. I didn't see it.
But we may have to do this one live. Hey.
It's the super chat.
From you.
And
thank you. You get hearts.
And thank you.
For everybody.
And you know what? That is true. And we want to thank everybody. Especially.
And Nettie said next time invite her.
Okay, I will.
We're going to do that.
But I do want to thank this panel because they knew the assignment and they did it well.
Yeah.
I just want to
thank you guys.
They did
anytime, Cheryl. I love talking with y'all. Y'all are tripping.
Biggie, thank you for having me.
I've gone
Biggie Small.
I've gone to a couple of these people channels. I know Can't Stop Walking. He's in the morning. I go to y'all in the morning, but I've been sleeping in lately. So. Yeah, y'all talk about interesting things. I like real, honest, authentic people,
Yeah. And we want to tell you, for the people that are on the panel, drop your link so people can
before we leave here, type in the word #creator in the chat right here. That way everybody can connect.
And everybody is going to connect with you.
Nightbot's going to drop your link. That way everybody can connect.
#creator.
Yep.
And just like
and Dre is big and small. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, you look like Biggie.
I've got to cruise with.
I got to cruise with everybody here for real. We got to get together on the Unhinged and
now listen, everybody that's watching.
Well, all y'all got to do put something together, and I'll be there.
We did.
Listen, February 14th, 2027, Carnival Celebration out of Miami.
We're coming.
Y'all book it. It's Unhinged, Ungrouped, Unhearted, all that stuff.
Yes.
They haven't dropped the date when the festival is coming out.
The festival? I'm not sure about that.
There, isn't it? Isn't it over there in Australia?
No, the festival.
No, that's Americana or something in.
The festival is
Tropicana.
The next Excel class.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the celebration, February 14th, Valentine's Day 2027, a lot of creators are coming. A lot of cruise tubers are coming, and we're inviting everybody. Like, it's an ungrouped cruise, so you can book it however you want to. We are going to be there, and we want y'all to be there.
But before you leave,
yours is going to be on Unhinged.
I need everybody to connect with Lucy Warren's World.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't connected and you're short subscribers, this is people on the panel.
Lucy, drop your link.
Lucy, drop your link so they can get with you.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah, I'll share you out.
You need to connect with her.
Okay, so he's saying content creators are going to be meeting February the 14th in 2027.
Yes,
ma'am.
There's a bunch.
Okay, and so how do I get in touch with somebody
Right
to put down a deposit?
You
Scotty
can
J.
contact. You can either contact me. You can contact Jeremy, Cheryl. They're both travel agents, and they can get you hooked up on that ship.
Yep.
So just get with Cheryl. She'll get you hooked up on that ship.
Okay.
And if you need a roommate, we can hook you up with a roommate.
Okay. Most
Bye-bye.
definitely. Cut out. So
But
I'm gonna look forward to that.
yeah,
And
it's a
what I
7-day.
like about cruising, but you know, when I did the travel, and we used to go through Apple vacation. Remember Apple Thompson vacations?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Depends on how old you are. And so I've always been a traveler, and I paid on my trips, and that's what I tell people. You can do anything you want to do
We pay
because you
on
can make
ours.
monthly payments.
That's how we
Mhm.
do ours.
That's how we do ours.
Hey, Born,
Mhm.
Born, not in the
Yeah.
private chat. Put it in the actual chat. The comment section here on the side panel. Make sure that everybody's got your link.
And
Type in
people will.
hashtag creator.
Oh, okay.
Comment in
Through,
that chat.
Bye.
And
through
people
YouTube
will.
or through the StreamYard.
Well, you can put it in StreamYard
Okay.
or YouTube side. It doesn't matter. As long as we're still live doing this show, Nightbot is still working. So type in the word hashtag creator. That way everybody can connect with you. Because Born, like he said, he's not a serial cruiser like we are.
But
he talks about hot
issues.
topics,
He does
issues and things like that. So be
Hot
sure to get over
topic issues. Miss April, she has her show is called April Showers Network.
there. Mm-hmm.
She
I talk about everything.
She talks about hot topics.
Yep.
And and Darren up top, he talks about hot topics in the morning.
Yeah, like mowing in the sun.
Trump.
In the heat.
And doing sodding.
Sodding, yeah, all of
Sodding,
that.
yeah.
Yep.
He talks about that.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to thank everybody, and we don't want to take up everybody's time because today is Sunday.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody that came in the chat. And Scotty, you want to tell them about Wednesday's show?
Yo, Wednesday show. Since we were talking about, since we were talking about specialty restaurants, we're going to be talking about all the eateries that you can find on the cruise ships, not just Carnival, but on all of them.
Oh, let me tell you, we had 6 restaurants in before 4:30 on the cruise. So
yeah.
So we talking food on Wednesday nights, Anchors Away. Wednesday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time.
I guess
the time zone that matters.
Okay, I'll have props.
Girl, I can always count on you. You are the best host to have. You are the best. I mean, you come all.
We're gonna have props.
Yeah.
Props?
Props, I tell you.
We're gonna have some fried catfish and stuff.
Ooh, that'll be good.
I know, right?
I didn't like the glory.
I'm gonna have a.
So
I'm gonna
have
have
all
burger.
of you guys met before? Have any of y'all met before?
I have not met one of
No,
these.
we haven't cruised together yet. Unhinged is like the big thing that we're putting together because it's 2 years away. Everybody's got a lot of time to pay it off, and
it's really Carnival Cruise Addicts put together
and Cruise Life TV
and Cruise Life TV.
Yeah,
and controversial cruising.
They put the onions together. Cruising. We just got in on the tail end of it.
Yeah.
Well, not the tail end, but we got in on it as soon as they announced it.
Said it. When they said,
as soon as I heard about it, I was on it. I was like,
we were too, because I like Celebration. I know Celebration and Mardi Gras are sisterships, but the Celebration, because of the cruise director, which was Lee, he was awesome, and he was a a whole touchy-feely person. He would be walking around in the morning, and I would be sitting in Java Blue, and he would come over. How you doing? And I said, I'm doing good. But
It's all
he's
good, Born.
We had the Flying Scotsman on the celebration.
Oh, okay.
And
We
man, that was the when you talk about a cruise director experience, that man has the juice. And I mean, because it's one thing, you know, Motown Showdown, you play the song. This man performed every last Motown Showdown. He performed it. It wasn't just playing. It wasn't playing the actual record. He performed it. I mean, that man. I hate so bad. He's gone from Carnival.
Right.
I mean, because he had the juice, man. I was so impressed.
When drinks are on the agenda at the beginning of the show, girl.
At the beginning of the show, there's a cocktail of the week on Scotty J and Baby Show. Right. Yes, tell them about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. She's been there. Anyways, I do cruise cocktail of the week where I do a different
every week.
A different, whether I like it or not. And I think this next week it's going to be some whiskey drinks that you may be able to find on cruises. And I hate whiskey, but I am willing to grow a little bit of hair on my chest for you fabulous viewers out there. Because I cannot stand anything that. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Look, we got another taker for Unhinged.
Yes, that's what I like.
Welcome, Marjorie. I'm glad you decided to go, girl.
I know, right?
I am waiting for November. So guess who I get to meet on this panel in November on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston? Cheryl and Jeremy.
Oh, but wait.
Okay, that's nice.
Hold on, but wait, because there's some people in the chat right here that announced that they were coming on the cruise with us in 105 days. They put it right here in the chat, and I am going to scroll.
That's the one in November, right?
Yeah, yes. November 9th. We are headed out of here, and it's these people right here. They left it in the chat a while ago, but yes, they will be coming with us November 9th.
Very nice.
I'm so happy for you.
Very nice.
Yes, we can't wait for that because it's the first MSC coming out of Galveston. It's the Seascape. It's it's a much more refined experience, and I really want to see how it differs. Even from NCL, because NCL was like a difference between night and day as far as Carnival and that too. So I really want to see how MSC does it.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that experience.
Well, I'm living vicariously through all of you guys because unfortunately, we haven't been able to cruise this year. We just moved to a new home, so you know how they go.
Yeah.
We'll move into a new home too. We understand
new furniture and all that other type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna make up for it in 2026 for sure.
Yeah, we'll make up for it too next year.
Oh, and then look, the same day we take off, Nettie and them's going on the Bliss.
Yes.
Yep. And Embarkation Nation says Cheryl is going to teach me how to be naughty.
Oh, you don't want
Jennifer, I don't think you need help in that category.
And also, don't you need a passport for all cruises now, correct?
No, just a valid ID
and a birth certificate. As long as it's a loop cruise.
And you don't need a passport.
As long as it's a closed loop cruise, you take off from the same U.S. port that you're returning to. If you take off from one U.S. port and go to another, that's whenever you need a passport. Or if you cruise from another country, like cruising on the high seas and travel, they have to have a passport no matter what, just to leave their country.
Coming from Canada.
So,
if you think you're going to be sick, if you think you're going to have a fight, I suggest you have a passport because you will get kicked off the ship.
And look who else is coming on the Seascape. Texas Cruiser is in the chat too.
Oh yes, he's coming too, you guys. Rick.
Yep.
We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have fun on the Seascape.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
And they say that MSC has the best pizza at sea. So we're gonna put that to the test. I am.
Yes.
So
But we want to thank everybody. We said that 15 minutes ago.
I know,
And here we
but-
are.
Oh, did.
You kept
Here we
going.
go. But I've enjoyed this.
Yes, good
because
panel.
this has been, and you know, Scotty one night said he asked a question on his
Talk
TikTok.
to somebody tomorrow so I can send my information to.
She's trying to get booked. Y'all better.
I know.
Oh yeah, wait.
For the
We're talking-
2027 too.
April, you're gonna message Cheryl or Jeremy
Or Scotty, or Dre, any
or
one of us.
Dre. We're all travel agents, so pick your demise. We'll get you taken care of either way. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but let me tell you, we Scotty asked a question. See, all of you all, I watch all of you all, and I like I said, I watched Darren talk about the fight on the elevator. I watched TJ talk about what we talked about today on his channel. But here's the deal. It was just too much going on for me not to talk about this. You know, I talked it over with Scotty J and he said, let's do it. So
Yep.
here we are. Because it was important because I didn't think that Carnival was being racist or anything. I just thought we were being rebranding. You know,
Tired of the foolishness.
yeah, they were tired of the foolishness and they were rebranding. I had made like 2 videos talking to my people about fighting on the ship and all of this, and they still did it.
That's for you, Scotty.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank
the
you.
notifications have been popping off, and I've noticed that. But then, and this is another thing before we go.
And another thing.
Okay, wait a minute. Everybody that has subscribed to my personal channel, we went through and put you on the Cruising is Fun Anytime.
Yep.
You know, so that's what we did.
Yep. Thank you.
Event yours. Hey, tell me because I'm trying to learn people by name. Event yours. What are their names?
That's Tanya and Tim.
Yeah, Tanya was. They were
Tanya
on.
and Timmy.
Yeah,
Tanya
Tanya
and
was
Timmy.
on Scott's show last Friday.
Yeah. Tanya was in there
Last Thursday.
with
Last
Scott
Thursday.
on Thursday trivia.
Yeah, and she can drink. She can
I
drink.
know. I'll be watching her.
Yeah.
Tanya, I'll be watching you. I know that I'll be coming in there like right at the tail end. Don't kill me, girl. I'm gonna do better. I'm taking Nettie's place because Nettie used to come in at the tail end of my show. So now I'm coming at the tail end of yours. But Tanya, I need you to help me with a whiskey. I need a whiskey that I can drink. Whiskey tastes old to me. That's why I don't like it. So help me, girl. Help me.
Okay, and Darren, you want to tell people when you come on in the mornings? Well, he comes on all day long, though.
Nah, I'm on Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. I do just 1 hour, and we just talk about anything and everything. And a lot of times it's just me acting goofy. I have no idea what I'm doing, and love doing it. So, if you're more than welcome to come check me out Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. We talk about anything and everything from gardening to the foolishness on these cruise lines to healthy living, and also mental stability. A lot of us are missing a few nuts and bolts up here. So, I just try, it helps me. I feel better afterwards, and I say thank you for listening.
Yep.
Okay, Miss.
Yeah, none of us. Nobody. Everybody's missing a few loose screws. Ain't nobody 100. Ain't nobody 100.
Right.
Somebody say they got it all together. They lying.
When can they catch you, Miss April? When can they catch you, Miss April?
I just come on anytime. I don't do a schedule.
Okay.
I see something on the news or something, then I just come right on and talk about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Dre.
I gotta go, guys. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. And Dre, when do you come on?
So, like, we're in the process. Like I said, we was in the process of moving, but I've been busy, producing for everybody else in their channels, making music and intros and all that other stuff. So, haven't really been able to concentrate on the Tripping with Dre and Michelle channel as much. Michelle just launched her own channel called Simply Michelle.
Simply Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all go.
How did she lose her channel?
Huh?
How did she lose her channel?
No, she just launched her channel.
She just launched her
Oh,
own.
launched her channel. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So she just launched her own channel. So I've been helping her with that. So yeah, a lot's been going on. So you're a content creator. If you need any help with like music for your videos, stuff that won't get you copyright, strikes and hits and all that. You need intros, whatever, anything tailor-made for your channel. Any graphic arts, whatever. Just hit me up. And we can get some stuff done. So, but Triple Dre and Michelle will be back in August. So, just trying to get through these summer months. But yeah, we'll be back with a vengeance.
Good.
Been so busy supporting everybody else.
And
That's
TJ,
all right, Dre.
what about you? Because I was with you on the ship. I got seasick. I was with you so long.
Yep.
I have a segment that I call On the Lido Deck with TJ. I do it once a month, and it's typically the third Saturday of the month, depending on my schedule. And we talk about current topics and stuff. But other than that, you'll see me. I'm busy, like busy. You'll see my videos, my vlogs on my Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channel. So make sure you click in notifications. I talk about food and excursions and you name it, I do it, and it's on those 3 platforms.
Born.
What is your
he comes on all the time too.
Yeah, I don't have a live at the moment. I'm going to try to do some live stuff later on. I'm also in transition. So whenever a topic comes on, I just record and I post probably about 4 to 5 times a week. If you guys didn't know, I'm in the greater Toronto area, so I'm in Canada, so that's why I'm not a cruiser yet. Yeah, that's you can just link me up and check anytime during the week. I usually have a show or 2 on, so check it out.
Okay, we have a lot of Canadian people in the chat as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
So connect with them. I mean, well, you dropped your link, but we do. We have a lot of like Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. He's from Toronto.
Oh, nice. So,
yeah, we got a lot of people.
And he said, what part of Toronto?
Brampton, Mississauga. So it's greater Toronto area.
That's what's up.
And down the road is he's from what is it?
He's from Toronto.
You can't say the word either.
It's one of them like Mississauga type of words
He's
that
from
that I can't do, but and he says it's the same. I heard it. I heard you say it, and I heard him say it all at the same time. Y'all are from the same.
I do know that he lives over by the by y'all's airport area. He lives over by y'all's airport area.
It's a good
Pearson Airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called
the airport that's not actually in Toronto, I think he said.
It's
actually in.
It's a long ride because we ride with him home
every day.
It's a long way. It's a long way. But yeah. Let's see. Congrats. Okay. Well, cool beans, people. Thank you guys so much for coming in for our first episode of Off the Wire, where we discuss hot topics. And thank you. This has been a great show.
We love y'all.
We had almost 40 people watching. I know that the replay numbers are going to come in.
Oh yeah,
Hope you guys had a good time. You're always welcome
Check
here.
the replays tomorrow
on the
because
show.
They're going to be off the chain.
Yes, the replay number.
And I want to make one last statement.
Okay.
I want to make a statement too. I agree. Kind of is trying to protect their brand. They do have a business,
right?
And I don't. Is protect their brand.
Yeah. That's what they did.
That's what they did, and I don't have a problem with that, Miss April, because it's all about.
I don't have a problem with it either.
It's all about their money. They're making their money and making people happy. The board, the CEOs, and things.
Yep.
But Scotty, don't leave. Let everybody leave. You stay.
I ain't going nowhere, girl.
Oh,
okay. All right, y'all. Peace.
Okay,
thanks
bye.
for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Guys,
appreciate
enjoy
it.
yourself, T.
Thank y'all, everybody.
Jay.
Thank you for joining us.
Alrighty, guys.
Bye.
Thanks. And let me go ahead and
Thanks for having me.
And let's see. We're gonna end the stream here and end.